Hello, good afternoon, students. Today I would like to discuss one more theorem before doing a few problems. Okay, and this theorem is theorem 6.7. Theorem 6.7. Now, this is an important theorem. Again, you see, as I have often told you, as far as similarity of triangles is concerned, Pythagoras theorem, converse of Pythagoras theorem, and area theorem. These three are extremely important, and fundamental theorem, that is 6.1, fundamental theorem of equal proportions. Those who don't do these four theorems are going to have a problem, because these theorems are asked every year, and this year also they will be asked. So make sure you have written it and practiced it. Now theorem 6.7. See this. Again, this is about right angle triangles. Suppose triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Angle B is a right angle. Okay, and we draw an altitude to the hypotenuse. Angle B is a right angle, therefore AC is the hypotenuse. Now I am drawing an altitude BD. Altitude means perpendicular. We are drawing BD perpendicular to AC. Alright, so what are we given here? Given in triangle ABC, angle B is a right angle. Angle B is a right angle. Okay, this is given to us. And also BD is perpendicular to AC, where D belongs to AC. D is a point on AC. B belongs to AC. This much is given to us. We are supposed to prove that. Now what are we supposed to prove? We are supposed to prove that three things. Number one, the first thing that you have to prove is that triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB. Triangle ADB. You can see the smaller triangle ADB. The second thing that you have to prove, that triangle ABC is similar to triangle, this small triangle. This triangle is CDB. CDB. And finally, as a result of that, triangle ADB, that is the small two triangles, are also similar to each other. Okay, they are similar to each other. Alright, we will begin with the proof. But before I begin with the proof, once again, what is theorem 6.7? You will understand this better from this diagram and what I have written, given, and to prove. Prove that if an altitude, see this BD is an altitude. I am reading out to you the statement of the theorem. Prove that if an altitude is drawn from the vertex of the right angle of a right angle triangle. This is the vertex which is a right angle. Angle B is the point which is a vertex, and the right angle is here. So if an altitude, that is BD, is drawn from the vertex which is a right angle in a right angle triangle, then the two triangles so formed, these two small triangles, the two triangles so formed are similar to the original triangle. The original triangle is triangle ABC. So the two triangles so formed are similar to the original triangle, that is first one and second one, to prove that. And each such triangle is similar to each other. That means these two triangles are also similar to each other. Now you see, just to help you, okay, let us draw two small triangles out here. Okay, now in both the triangles, obviously B is a right angle in both the triangles. B is a right angle. Now if I take this triangle and the bigger triangle, this small triangle and the bigger triangle, then angle A is common. Okay, this angle is common, right? And if I take this smaller triangle and the bigger triangle, then angle C is common. Alright, so now you should always remember that in this triangle ADB, the third vertex is B, and in this triangle it is CDB. So if C is common angle, C is the common angle, then the third vertex is CDB. The third vertex is CDB. Alright, now let us begin the proof. Always begin with what we know. In triangle ABC, okay, angle B is a right angle. This is given to us. So we can write in bracket given. Okay, we are given. And we are also told that BD is perpendicular to AC, where D belongs to line segment or side AC. This is also given to us. Okay, so we can say that measure of angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, then measure of angle ADB, ADB is equal to measure of angle CDB, and they are also both 90 degrees. Okay, you can see this, both are 90 degrees. Angle ADB and angle CDB, they are 90 degrees. Now if I comparing with triangle ABC, which is the bigger triangle. Okay, comparing triangle ABC with the smaller triangle, which is the smaller triangle ADB, this one, triangle ADB. Okay, then which is the common angle? Angle A. So I write down angle A is congruent to angle A. Reason, common angle. This angle is common to both the triangles. Common angle. Okay, then angle ADB and angle ABC. Angle ABC is a right angle, 90 degrees, and angle ADB, they are both, what reason? They are equal because they are both right angles, 90 degrees. So by AA criterion, therefore triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB. Let this be result number 1. What reason can you say? AA criterion. AA criterion, triangles are similar. Okay. Now we compare the other triangle. Comparing triangle ABC, that is the bigger triangle, and triangle, other triangle BDC. Okay, triangle BDC. Now again in the same way, you can see angle C is common. So therefore I am writing angle C is congruent to angle C, into bracket common angle. Okay, and of course angle D is a right angle. So angle ABC of the bigger triangle, okay, is congruent to which angle? Angle BDC. Angle BDC. Reason, right angles. They are both right angles. And therefore, what can you write? Because two triangles are common, so I am congruent. So writing, therefore, triangle ABC is similar to triangle. Now this triangle is triangle, we had compared triangle ADB, okay, the second case. So triangle BDC, this is result number 2. And what reason you can write? AA criterion. Okay, by AA criterion. Now from 1 and 2. 1 and 2. First result says that triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB. But second result says that triangle ABC is also similar to BDC. So this is called transitivity. A is equal to B and A is also equal to C. Therefore B is equal to C. That property is called transitivity. So therefore you can say the triangle, this triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC. Reason, transitivity. Okay, this is called transitivity. Proof is over. Okay, see, we have to prove 3 things, 1, 2 and 3. The first one, okay, the second one here, and this is the third one. The first result, what was required? The second result, what was required? And the third result, what was required? What this what is this property called transitivity? If A is equal to B, see here I am writing it here, okay, if A is equal to B and A is also equal to C, therefore you can say B is equal to C. This property is called transitivity. Okay, remember this is not part of the proof. Okay, this property is called transitivity. A is equal to B, but A is also equal to C. Therefore, B is equal to C. This property is called transitivity. So, triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB, but triangle ABC is also similar to triangle BDC. If you combine 1 and 2, you get triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC. Remember, this property is called transitivity, but you don't have to write this. Okay, make sure you do not write this. This part should not be written. Okay, this is only for explanation, so be careful that. Then this part is not part of the theorem, that was only for explaining it to you. All right, now I want to show one more proof. Okay, let us do one proof. Supposing, let us just say that there is a triangle, a right angle triangle, triangle ABC. Okay, we don't know whether angle, this is triangle A, this is B, and this is C. Okay, this is your C. Now AC and BC are two common sides, congruent sides. That means, what are we given? See here, given in triangle ABC, angle AC is equal to BC. Side AC is equal to side BC. AC is equal to BC. That is what we are given. In triangle ABC, AC is equal to BC. That means the triangle is an isosceles triangle. Okay, and we are also given that AB square is equal to 2 times AC square. This is also given to us. Okay, AC is equal to BC and AB square is equal to twice AC square. We want to prove that. Now what do we want to prove? To prove that triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. This is what I want to prove. In other words, I must show that angle C is a right angle. Okay, I don't know whether it is a right angle, but I have to show that it is a right angle, and therefore triangle ABC is right angle. What are we given in triangle ABC? Triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AC is equal to BC. Also, AB square is equal to twice AC square. Prove that triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Alright, let's see the proof. This proof is not difficult, and you see, such proofs can be asked in the exam because they are not very long and they are not difficult also. Now, look here. First of all, what are we given? In triangle ABC, AC is equal to BC. This is given. Alright, therefore, if I square both the sides, AC square is equal to BC square. Alright, let this be result number 1. Okay, because we will be using this result, that's why let this be result 1. Now, what are we given? We are given that AB square is equal to twice AC square. Why? Because we are given, this has been given in the question. Okay, so twice AC square can be written as AC square plus AC square. 2 times I have written. Okay, but AC square is equal to BC square. So in place of one AC square, I can write BC square. Okay, so therefore in triangle ABC, okay, we have got AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. Now look at the triangle. In triangle ABC, AC square plus BC square. AC square plus BC square is equal to AB square. Therefore, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, okay, if AC square plus BC square is equal to AB square, by converse of Pythagoras theorem, angle C is a right angle. If angle C is a right angle, it means therefore triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. This is what we wanted to prove. Prove that triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Now you can see this proof is so easy. Okay, in triangle ABC, we are not given that angle C is right angle. You have to prove that angle C is right angle, and therefore triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. But we are given that AC is equal to BC. It's an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, 2 sides are equal. AC is equal to BC. In addition to that, sorry, we are also given that AB square is equal to 2AC square. This is part of the question. We are supposed to prove the triangle is a right angle triangle. So we begin with what is given. triangle ABC, AC is equal to BC, given. Therefore, AC square is equal to BC square. Now, AB square is equal to 2AC square. That is again given. AC square, 2 times AC square can be written as AC square plus AC square. In place of 1 AC square, I write BC square. Therefore, in triangle ABC, I get AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. Therefore, angle C must be a right angle by converse of Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, triangle is a right angled triangle. Now, this kind of proof, very easy to understand, very easy to do it also. These are the kind of proofs that you must be concentrating on in addition to the theorems. Okay, they will be asked in the exam. Okay, that is why I suggest that you do it in your notebook. Write it down after watching the full video. Write it down in your notebook, and you will see how easy it is to study from your notebook. You can't keep looking at the video every now and then. All right, now let us do a few more questions. Okay, which involve Pythagoras theorem and converse of Pythagoras theorem. All right, supposing I got, okay, here this is a wall, and here at point A, this is the ground. You see, BC is the ground, and this is a ladder. AC is a ladder. All right, and this is the wall. There is a window here. At this point, there is a window. Okay, and it is 8 meters high. And you want to find this ladder is 10 meters in length. You want to find BC. That is, how far is the foot of the ladder? AC is the ladder. Okay, AC is the ladder. It is 10 meters long. This AB is the wall, and at point A there is the window. The ladder is leaning against the wall. At a height of 8 meters, it touches the window. You want to find out how far is the foot of the ladder. This is the foot of the ladder, point C. How far is it from the base of the wall? Remember, wall is upright, the ground is horizontal, so there is 90 degrees out here. Okay, so in triangle ABC, measure of angle B is 90 degrees because wall is always perpendicular to the ground. Therefore, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, we apply Pythagoras theorem, and what do we get? We get AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Okay, now AB square is 8 square, BC square we want to find. Okay, and AC square is 10 square. So BC square, 10 tens are 100, 8 eights are 64. Difference between them is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. Okay, so therefore it is BC is equal to 6 meters. 6 meters. That means the foot of the ladder, is at a distance of 6 meters from the base of the wall. Alright, let us see another question. Again involving Pythagoras theorem. Okay, there is a pool. Okay, these are all textual questions, so don't worry, these are all given in the textbook. They are all part of the exercise, all these questions which I am doing. Alright, there is a pole which is 18 meters high. A pole. This is your pole. Alright, and this is a wire. A guy wire means a wire which is tied to the top of the pole and fixed on the ground so that the pole can remain up, like electricity pole or a telephone pole. There is a wire which fixes to the ground. Alright, now it is also given that this is 24 meters long. The wire is 24 meters long. So we have got a right angle triangle. The pole is always vertical, upright. Okay, the pole is tied out here at a peg. A peg means a wooden peg or iron nail which is into the ground. And you are also given that this is pole is 18 meters. Pole is 18 meters. The wire is 24 meters. You want to again find how far is the base or the end of the guy wire, this wire, from the base of the wall. Again, you can see in triangle ABC, this is your ground. A similar kind of question. Okay, in triangle ABC, but it is important to write it properly. Okay, measure of angle B is 90 degrees. Alright, so because it is 90 degrees, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem. Apply Pythagoras theorem. Okay, AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square, okay, is equal to AC square. Alright, so we apply Pythagoras theorem. AB square is 18 square. 18 square plus then BC square we want to find is equal to AC square, 24 square. Okay, so therefore BC square is equal to 24 square, which is 576, minus 18 square. 18 square is 324. Okay, this is BC square. Now if you minus it, okay, this is 7 minus 2 would be 5, and 5 minus 3 would be 2. Okay, so 300, 576. Yes, so BC will be square root of 252. Okay, square root of 252. We know that 16 16s are 256. So this is slightly less than 16. So about 15.9. Okay, 15.9 meters. To get exact value, of course, you can even find out the square root. If you want to find out the exact value of square root, you can find out by simply getting it, just dividing and finding out. Okay, you will get 15.87 or 15.875. If you do it, you will get 15.875. But 875 is 9, so I'm keeping it as 15.9. Or this is equal to 15.875 or approximately 15.89. Okay, this is the second one. That means the distance from the ground is 15.9 meters. Now let us see the fourth one. Another one. This one again is a similar type but slightly different. Alright, let us just see. Again, these are all Pythagoras theorem related. That means they are all right angle triangles. Okay, this is A, B and C. Now a plane is flying in this direction. The speed of the plane from the airport, suppose this is your airport. Okay, this is your airport. One plane travels north, the other plane travels west. That they be perpendicular to each other. One is traveling west, the other is traveling north. Okay, one is traveling at 1000 kilometers per hour. 1000 kilometers per hour. The other is traveling at 1200 kilometers per hour. 1200 kilometers per hour. Alright. Now this is the airport. One is traveling north, one is traveling this way. After 1.5 hours. After 1.5 hours, how much distance? 1 hour 1200 kilometers. Half a meter 600. So 1800 kilometers. It will travel 1800 kilometers. After 1.5 hours, this will travel 1500 kilometers. Okay, in 1.5 hours. You want to find how far the planes will be after 1.5 hours. Okay, that means you want to find AC. So once again, okay, in triangle ABC, measure of angle B is 90 degrees. Alright, so by Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras' theorem, what do we get? AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Alright, now AB square is 1500 square. BC square is 1800 square is equal to AC square. Okay, so 15 15s are 225 and 4 zeros. Remember, 2 square will be 4 zeros here. 18 18s are 324 and again 4 zeros is equal to AC square. Okay, if you add it up, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 zeros, so I'll get 4 zeros here. Okay, AC square, and then add 4 and 5 9, 2 and 2 4, 3 and 2 5, 5 4 9 0 4 zeros. Therefore AC is equal to square root of 5 4 9 1 2 3 4. Okay, so the square root of this you can see will be 5 4 9 and then 4 zeros. Okay, square root of that is approximately 2343. 2343.074 or approximately 2343 kilometers. Okay, so many, this the distance between the two planes. After 1.5 hours the plane will reach here. After 1.5 hours the plane will reach here. The distance between the two planes is AC. We have to find AC square. That's all. Okay, so 15 15s are 225. Okay, 18 18s are 324. If you add up, you get 549, and these 4 zeros. Find the square root and the distance between the planes. All right, now let us do one more of this time. Okay, what does it say? There are two poles. Okay, one is a bigger pole and the other is a shorter pole. Both are poles. This pole is 6 meters high and the other pole is 11 meters high. This one is 11 meters. Okay, and they are tied, the tops are tied by a wire. The tops are tied by a wire, and the distance between the two poles is 12 meters. So I have got A, B, C, D. Okay, this is a pole which is 6 meters high, and this is also a pole which is 11 meters high. So this will be 11 minus 6. Okay, suppose I call this A, B, C, D, and let us call this point as point E. Okay, so therefore AE will be 11 minus 6, that is 5 meters. Okay, so I have got triangle AE. See this one, this triangle A, E and D. Okay, this is 12 meters, therefore this is also going to be 12 meters. So this is 12 meters. 11 minus 6 is 5. This is 5 meters. I want to find AD. Okay, find the distance between the top of the two poles, the wire which is connecting the top of the two poles. Suppose a wire is tied out here between the two poles. Okay, so in triangle AED, okay, measure of angle E is 90 degrees. So by Pythagoras theorem, you can apply Pythagoras theorem because there is a right angle triangle. Okay, AE square plus ED square is equal to AD square. All right, so now AE square is 5 square, ED square is 12 square is equal to AD square. 5 is 25 square, 12 square, 5 square is 25, 12 square is 144 is equal to AD square, and therefore AD square is equal to 169. Square root of 169 is 13. Okay, so therefore length of wire, what is this wire? AD is 13 meters. That is the length of the wire. Now you can see that these problems are not at all difficult to understand. They are based on Pythagoras theorem. Simple calculations are there, but the Pythagoras theorem and the converse of Pythagoras theorem, their proofs are extremely important. Anyone who does not learn those proofs has not done a proper job. So make sure you write it in a separate notebook, write the proofs. You see, whatever you study here, you can clearly see it's easy to do it, but you must watch the video. My suggestion is you download the video to your mobile phone or tablet or your computer, and after downloading it, you can watch it as many times as you want to. You won't use up your data. And not only that, you can pause it, write it down in a notebook, and then you will be able to study it from your notebook many times as you want to. You won't have to come back to the video. So my suggestion is download the video, watch it many times, write out all these things in your notebook, keep your notebook ready and study from your notebook. Okay, that's enough for today. Tomorrow I'll carry on with this. Have a nice day.